welcome to today's video. We are going to be talking about all of the products I have wasted my money on and things that I regret purchasing. These are all higher end products, so they're more expensive. They're not from the drugstore. They're items I splurged on and I kind of wish I could get all my money back. So I will explain why I didn't like a product. Again, I'll say, if any of these products work for you, keep on using it. If you love them, keep on loving them. But for various reasons, these are things that did not work for me. So I have a basket full of crap. I got my Chick-fil-A, the Lord's tea. And we're gonna get going. First thing I'm gonna start with is something I was so excited about, but it just did not work out for me. This is the Patrick's powder. This is a loose setting powder from MAC. And it did not work for me because it is too dark. It is very peachy tinted. And I'm going to try not to knock it out. It looks much lighter on camera, but in person it's very peachy. And when I would set my under eye or bake, it would discolor my concealer and make it look much darker than it was. So this was a pass. I have my Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. This is a pump highlighter. It's very beautiful, and it's one of those that, like, the product itself is amazing, but I don't really reach for it a whole lot. Now in the summer, I will pump some like on my chest. You can mix it in with your foundation. But after having this a year, there's not even a dent in this product. So this is something I would probably pass on if I were making recommendations for somebody else. But again, I mean, it's beautiful. And if this is something you're interested in, it is a great product. All right, next I have something I've honestly been holding on to for a video just like this. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Loose Setting Powder. This dried the absolute crap out of my skin. When I baked or put this on my under eye, it looked like the Sahara Desert under here, and it was just not very attractive, and I will not be using this anymore. All right, next I have something I feel really guilty talking bad about. I used to be a representative for Younique, and it's something that I really did enjoy several of their products. Personally, I wanted to do a YouTube channel like this and be able to talk about all kinds of brands. And due to a social media contract with them, I was able to. So I've dropped out of selling Younique. But one of their products that even when I was a representative just could not wrap my head around are these, sorry, my phone is not on silent, are these cream shadow pots. And it's something that I found fairly difficult to work with. They were patchy. I did not enjoy the color payoff. And I have literally a drawer full of cream shadows that work a million times better, and they're pretty expensive. So the Splurge cream shadows is something that, if you're interested in that brand, it's something I would probably pass on unless you have a sample or a representative where you could try the product before you buy it. The other thing is something that, I'll be honest with you, when they first, this is the Urban Decay Back Talk palette, when they first put teasers out of this, like on social media and Instagram, I was so excited about this that the day that it launched, I bought it. Didn't even, this is my color scheme. I love plums and purples. I'll try not to blind y'all. The color scheme is beautiful. So on this side, you have shadows, and on the other side, you have face products. But what I absolutely hate about this palette is the packaging. So you have a double-sided palette, and then the mirror like pops out. So anytime like you open this to like really look at the shadows, the mirror comes out, and then you just have a big mess. It's really, packaging is not user-friendly, so therefore I don't reach for these hardly at all. I've had this for a while, and I've maybe used it a handful of times, and it's just not something I'm reaching for. Love the color schemes, and Urban Decay has wonderful shadow formulas, but due to the packaging, it's just annoying, so I keep it in the bottom drawer. Another Urban Decay product is the Naked Heat palette. Again, one of those things that when it first came out, I bought it like the day it launched, and the shadow formula is beautiful, but I am more into a cool tone or more natural. I don't wear a whole lot of these burnt orange colors for one of the reasons of it's too close to my hair. I mean, if you look, it's very similar, and I feel like it clashes. Sorry, it's really loud. I feel like it clashes with my hair, therefore I don't wear these colors a lot. If this is your color scheme, this is a beautiful formula. So don't think that just because this is in my regrets video is something that I hate. It's just not something I use very much. Alright, let's just go in with the spirit of eyeshadow palettes. I have a Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. It's the one with the blue and purple mermaid scales. And here are the shades. What I have a problem with, I was really sucked in with one of their demo videos. One of their artists, Jen, was doing eyeshadow look, and it's beautiful. But what my issue with this is, once you put them on the eye, they're pretty much all the same. You don't get a whole lot of variation, which I know looking at it, you're thinking, duh. But even with like these 3 shades, identical once you get them on the eye. And because of that, I got kind of bored, and it wasn't something that I found myself reaching for a whole lot, so not really my thing. A high-end face powder, this is actually something I bought at TJ Maxx, but they do still sell it on Sephora, and it's pretty pricey. It's the Marc Jacobs Ivory Bisque Perfecting Powder. I don't know if I got a defective one or what, but this has virtually like no color payoff. Like I'm rubbing and like barely getting anything on my hand, and that was just too much work for me, so this is something I would pass on. Let's see, I have a foundation here. This is the NARS Velvet Matte Foundation Stick, and this has a unique like sponge here. It's very dense and kind of hard. Would never use this to blend out my foundation. And then the foundation itself, as you can kind of see, I've only used it a handful of times. You don't get a whole lot, but the foundation is very smushy, is not really a word, but that's what I would use to describe this. I used every different kind of primer you can think of, and I could not get this to look decent on my face. When you first apply it, you're thinking, yeah, this is great. An hour or so later, it's just all downhill from there, and this just did not look good on my skin. I have normal to dry skin, so that may be a factor. If you have a different skin type, this may work great for you, but for me, my skin and the way I like my foundation products to look, this is a huge pass. A primer that I have that I waited so long to buy this because I saw it in the store, tested it on the back of my hand, and I thought, this thing is amazing, I want it. So I saved up my money and bought this. It's the Urban Decay Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer. And it's almost like putting a filter on. And when you swatch it on the back of your hand, it looks wonderful. You don't see the pores in your hand. It blurs. I mean, it makes your skin, it does really have like a filtering type effect. But I, for the life of me, could not get this to look decent under foundations, which is why I buy a primer. So it made even my favorite foundations look like crap. So not really a huge fan. I have 2 more products. I promise I'll try to wrap this up soon. This is a Bobbi Brown. This is kind of like a moisturizer type primer product. It's the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This I bought honestly because I was sucked in by some YouTubers that I watched. They swore by it, and I found it through Etsy. I got a deal where I got like half off. So I bought this, and it's just meh. I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot. And if you're buying it full price, it's super expensive. And I'm fairly positive after using it several times in a row, I got really bad breakouts. So I don't reach for this at all. I kind of use it as a hand cream now because I mean, I've already bought it, but would not recommend this at all. And the last product, this one really let me down because I had such high hopes for this product to work out, but it just did not. It's the MAC Dazzle Shadow Liquid. Now when you swatch it, I'll swatch it on a clean hand, or here, I'll swatch it on the pad of my hand. When you swatch it, it looks great, but on the eye, it does not translate as glittery. Now, keep in mind, when I think of liquid glitter shadows, which is what this is, I'm used to the Stila Magnificent glitter shadows, and those, I'm wearing some today, put it on, you probably can't see, I just made a weird face for nothing, but put it on this morning, it's still very glittery, very shiny, and I feel like it gives me some oomph to my look. When I put this on, I have the shade, let's see, Everyday is Sunshine. It doesn't really look like a whole lot, and I feel like for the price, I want way more shine, way more glitter, and I want it to actually look like I've put something on there. So that is it. None of these products, I don't hate any of the brands. I don't hate any of this. It's just for the purposes that I use and the way I like my makeup to look, these items did not work out for me. I will list everything below in the description box. If you have any video recommendations, anything you saw in the video you have questions about, leave it in the comments. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.